Good late afternoon on this beautiful, glowing, stunning, crystal blue sky reflecting off the approaching overcast in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area. This is in Central Illinois. This is VINCENZO'S Gold Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a probability-based company made one-of-a-kind trading alert and technical analysis that has been nailing all these calls for you. That's why you come, growing by, we're continuing to build and grow by thanks to your support. We appreciate that. That's why I do this. We keep you from being fleeced and heisted and shysted by the criminal gangster cartel that has infiltrated the trading market. This guy I work with always asks about hookers. He's the only guy I've ever met that cannot find a hooker. Like, they're literally everywhere. It's not that difficult. I will give him a roadmap on how to find hookers via the internet. I mean, you got to be a jabroni if you can't find a hooker. I mean, just Google strip club. That's where the hookers are, right? But that's why I do this, to keep you from being fleeced and heisted and shysted by the criminal gangsters that have taken over and infiltrated the retail trading world, on the stock market, the crypto world, the crypto market, and the commodities market, to knock down and drive down and beat down the retail investor into a state of submission and government dependency. And yes, the Ohio State University graduates in school are the criminal gangster cartels that have fleeced and slithered and slid into and infiltrated to knock down the retail trader. But we're here to prevent that and keep the heisters and shysters, off of you, right? Enough of that nonsense. Real quick, patterns that I live stream. I'm just testing the live stream to see if it works, if it don't work, and just to kind of get a basis, just to feel it out, because it's a piece of shit third party live stream, right? You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna perch up here overhead so I can monitor. You see how I can monitor the jabronis from the overhead 50-day moving average. And here's the pattern I think we're in. When we crashed, we actually crashed farther, but we bounced back and sort of formed a local short-term support here. Then we pumped up there, and then we came back down here, and now we're dancing on support again. So we've confirmed this is a pattern. And I got this downtrending white line, which is the overhead downtrending resistance that we've been following. It goes way back in the time frame if you look at the other videos. And what I'm watching here is, if you look at the volume, besides the spike in sell volume, the overall volume's crashing, which is very bearish. We know that. This is an up and sideways consolidation after a tank. That is usually textbook bearish, and that probability-based system that I trade and live upon would say it's more likely to get, if it breaks up, it's more likely to get rejected by the overhead 50, right? In Dogecoin, by then it'll be 35, 34, 36 cents, and it's more likely to get rejected. And then I think it's going to come down, right? I gave you the bullish scenario yesterday, but this is the most probable scenario that'll play out, right? And you can see where I think it would crash down to, right? The target out of that bearish pennant would be down here, and then I think you would bounce back up to overneath support or resistance, and then come down, and then come back up to this line that I extended out farther into the future, because I think if we break down, this would be a logical bounce point from here, 17, 18, 19 cents up to there, the 27, 28, 29, 30 cents, to get all the jabronis back in, to tank down farther again, and then reevaluate down here, right, with the TA. Real quick, I got that and XRP. XRP looks very, very, very similar to what we just talked about. Let me grab my Perching Tool again, right? Everybody loves the industry favorite, and I'm going to make this YouTube famous Perching Tool. When the stock analysis guy comes on to do your TAs, he's going to say, oh, hold on, let me go into my drawing tool. But this is how I say it. Let me go into my drawing tools right here and grab out my line tool with an arrow, otherwise known as the Perching Tool, right there. And I'm going to perch and observe the market from up here and monitor my jabronis, right? Jabroni buy. We told you not to buy there at VINCENZO'S Gold Crypto Investing. Jabroni buy. We told you the whole fucking market was going to roll over on itself, right? We told you that. Oh, Litecoin's where I want to go. Sorry. Litecoin. My Litecoin audience. Again, let me go into my here to there to right here, and then I'm going to perch, right? I'm going to perch. Here. The perch. See that? Now, Litecoin. Same thing, similar as XRP. We're forming this bearish pennant. volume is crashing, except right here when there's sell spike in volume, right? But the overall volume is crashing, formed the bottom, pumped right here to the 218 mark, got rejected and straddled it down to the 199, then flushed and crashed, right? The great dump of the 21st of May 2021 happened there, and then the great buyers of May 22nd 2021 came in here, and now I think we're going to dance, maybe pump back up to the 192 overhead support, and this downsloping 50-day moving average is going to run right along that line as the price action keeps working down, and that's going to act. See how I can pivot and monitor and see what's going on with all the price action and jabronis, and it's going to slide down and slither with it, and I think that's going to keep knocking the price down every time it tries to retest. See, that's our target right here at $99, $100. If this breaks down, it's a probability-based play if you want to short it, right? You want to position 1 or 2%, 2 or 3% below the breakout, and you ride it down to its target, right? The probabilities based system, this is a probability that this pattern breaks down more than it breaks up, right? That's just when you add up all the bear pennants, right, with falling volume, see what I'm saying? They break down more than they break up, right? So I think it's going to break down, and then you see, here's what I think after this white line, just like Dogecoin, my company favorite Dogecoin, it can bounce back up to some heavily traded local area where the 50-day moving average would be about here right now. You see it's right there, the blue line. That blue line will meander down to here. By the time into the future, by the 26th of May, if this pattern actually does play out, I'll keep you monitored up to the date. Like, subscribe, and share. Donate to that. Donate to the subscriber challenge. If we get to $100, I can release my first ever in a 10-part series, technical analysis, Bitcoin, and the most important thing with the TA, because TA is not just about looking at the chart, it's about incorporating the news, the hype, legislation, the Federal Reserve, what the president says in the U.S., President Biden, what other presidents and prime ministers say in other countries, right? You got to incorporate that all, and I want to incorporate that into how the mania of 16 and 17 culminated into an orgasmic blow-off top at 20,000 on about December 7th or December 10th of 2017, and then the extended, and what that, the ramifications of a big pump and a big blow off top like you're having now at 65,000, that seems to be the end of the bull run, and the blow off top with the crash now that changed the structure of the market. It changes more than just the price moving up and down. When you get a dump like that, or a pump like that in 17, it affects the market for years down the road, and it took 3.5 years for you were able to flush out all that money and all the nonsense of the hype, so it could reset, and then you can make another leg to the bull run, right? And I think that's very important when you're looking in the TA and try to look into the future to be 2 steps ahead of the criminal gangster cartel, and you can sidestep them into a probability-based winning trade when they are going to fleece and heist and shiest you and drive down the retail investor to entice them into a losing, probability-based losing trade, right? Like, subscribe, and share. I look forward to that first ever class to get released to the public. We're up to $16, $21 now, so we're 21% to our subscriber goal. Thanks to XRP. He donated because he wants to see that. XRP Snipers donated. True Love is donated. Greg, I believe is his name. He donates every day. I appreciate that, a couple dollars. So I believe we're up to $27 now, and it's going to be very exciting and state-of-the-art, industry-exclusive, and best technical analysis and stock charting and explaining what happened in 17 with the hype and the bust, and what's going on now with the hype and the boom, and now that looks like to be the bust. And I'll get into, we get into, these are going to be 30-minute minimum to 1 hour videos each. So it's going to be 5 to 10 hours of content in these classes that'll be released at a very cheap, as low as 1 cent to each subscriber, because we're going to do this as a subscriber base. If we get the goal, you don't need, like right now, we already got $27 out of the 100. So if we can get the rest of that, most of the audience wouldn't even have had to pay, and the audience that did pay, instead of paying $100 for an hour class that I'm going to give you because it's worth that, you get it for $15 or $5 or $2, whatever you donated, right? So like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate, and I'm humbled and honored that when you think of crypto news and commodity news and fiscal policy, and all that stuff around the markets that have to play in inflation, you think of Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing first, right? Like, subscribe, and share tonight. Riley Martin's the ghost of Riley Martin show tonight, and his Targzian trading alert, right? And the Biavians, the Biave, they come from a far, far galaxy away called Biave, and they are Biavians, right? The Biavians, the reptilian, and they Jot O Ka Si Ne Si-Wan Kwayanza Lajuan. Peace and love. Look forward to the second ever episode of Riley Martin.